Good evening, dear students. There was a slight confusion regarding timings. The class was supposed to start at 5:30. Okay, henceforth, we'll see to it that this sort of a miscommunication won't happen. Okay. Last class, we stopped at our first chapter of organic chemistry, basic concepts, and we have spent quite good amount of time in understanding all those basic concepts related to organic chemistry. Now we'll move forward. As a next topic, I have chosen hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons are all compounds containing carbon and hydrogen. I think this is where I had stopped last class. This is the classification chart of hydrocarbons. We have seen this. Let us now take up the first organic compound, that is alkanes. And I think we have also discussed this part where we check out the isomers possible under alkanes. It's mainly chain isomerism. Okay. Then we also have seen the methods of preparation. Idu kuda nodidvi ನಾವು. Methods of preparation is also over. Yes, even this slide. Okay, physical properties was the last thing discussed, where I was talking about how, boiling point decreases I was telling you how boiling point decreases upon branching for alkanes. And this is something which occurs for all organic compounds. All organic compounds allu ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ observe ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Okay. And usually hydrocarbons are less soluble or insoluble in water, whereas they're more soluble in non-polar solvents like benzene, C6H6, CCl4, and so on. Okay. Yeah. Now let's take up chemical properties. How alkanes react. Now one ವಿಷಯ ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಇಲ್ಲಿ. Alkanes are inert in the sense that they are not so keen to undergo chemical reactions. They are not too reactive. They are less reactive. Alkanes are less reactive. Alkanes less reactive because they are saturated. They have strong carbon-carbon single bonds and carbon-hydrogen single bonds. But still, there are some reactions which alkanes show, that too under drastic conditions. First such reaction is halogenation, where alkanes are made to react with halogens in presence of diffused sunlight or at high temperature. That's when hydrogen atoms of alkanes get successively replaced by halogen atoms. Hydrogen atoms get replaced by halogen atoms. You first get chloromethane, then dichloromethane, chloroform, and then CCl4. Okay. So this particular reaction involves free radicals. So it's a free radical substitution mechanism. We have seen what free radicals are in our previous worksheet, correct? Free radical substitution mechanism. Yes. It always involves 3 steps: initiation, propagation, termination. Now, how to identify these steps? How to recognize whether it is initiation, termination, or propagation? Okay. So these odd electrons are not visible. The system is probably not reading it. I am putting those dots. These are odd electrons. Okay. Yeah. So how do you recognize initiation? Very simple. Free radicals are produced in initiation step. Okay. You get free radicals in initiation step. How do we recognize propagation? Propagation step anta namage hege gottagatte? On the reactant side also you'll have free radicals. On the product side also you'll have free radicals. That is propagation step. Then termination step hege gottagatte? You'll have free radicals only on the reactant side. Only on the reactant side there are free radicals. That's how you can recognize initiation, propagation, and termination steps. Okay. Next reaction. Alkanes can undergo oxidation. When alkanes undergo oxidation, these are the various products you get: methanol, alcohol, methanal, aldehyde. Okay. You can also get a tertiary alcohol from this. So alkanes can be oxidized using oxidizing agents. This is catalytic oxidation. Then isomerization, next product, next reaction, isomerization. Isomerization is a linear chain, straight chain. Linear chain gets converted to a branched chain. Linear chain becomes a branched chain. That is what you call isomerism. Okay, and this process is called isomerization. And for this, you use reagents aluminum trichloride and concentrated HCl. Aluminum chloride and concentrated HCl. At high temperature, high pressure, linear chain becomes branched. Next, aromatization. So a straight chain alkane, hexane, N-hexane, straight chain alkane cyclizes and forms benzene, which is an aromatic compound. This is called aromatization. This reaction nenpetkobeku. Then an alkane like methane reacts with steam to produce carbon dioxide and hydrogen. This combination of gases is called water gas. This is called water gas. Next, pyrolysis or cracking. Pyrolysis or cracking, very important. Very important from your entrance exam point of view. Here, long chain hydrocarbons with higher number of carbon atoms will be broken down or reduced to shorter fragments, will be converted to hydrocarbons with less number of carbon atoms. Okay, fragments. So this is pyrolysis or cracking. A bigger hydrocarbon gives rise to smaller hydrocarbons. Okay, yes, these are all some of the chemical properties of alkanes. Yeah, now I think we shall check out one last aspect related to alkanes, and that is conformations of ethane. Energy profile diagram of ethane, conformations. Okay, so what are conformations basically? See, about carbon-carbon single bond, there can be rotation possible. Rotation about a carbon-carbon single bond is possible. So every rotation will result in a new shape. Okay, observe Madi. This structure here is different from this. In this structure, which we call eclipsed form, this is eclipsed form. Eclipsed form. Hydrogen atoms are one next to the other in the sense hydrogen atoms of the first carbon mask or block the hydrogen atoms of the carbon behind them. So hydrogen atoms in front, this is the front view. This is front view. Okay, so hydrogen atoms that are in the first carbon, front carbon, will mask or eclipse the hydrogen atoms on the second carbon or the away carbon. This is eclipse form. Look at this, all hydrogen atoms spread out agide nodi. This is staggered form, staggered conformation. Staggered conformation. So these are two extreme conformations of ethane. Now the question is, which conformation of ethane is most stable? Eclipse form or staggered form? Which conformation is most stable? Any chat response? One of you can send in your answer. Which of the two conformations, eclipse, staggered, which is most stable? Okay, check this. From the energy scale itself, it's easily recognizable. It is staggered conformation that is most stable. Energy nodi, eclipse is at the top, high energy. Staggered is at the bottom, low energy. So lower the energy, more stable it is. So staggered conformation is most stable. Okay, so just to show you a GIF animation here. See, from eclipse to staggered, the energy changes. Energy ಹೇಗೆ change ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ. First, you start with staggered. Staggered in the eclipse ಗೋದ್ವಿ, energy ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಯಿತು. Then again staggered. You start with staggered, low energy. Then see, look at the pointer. High energy, eclipsed. Then low energy, staggered again. Yes, this is about conformations of alkanes. Taking ethane as example. Right. So now let us take up questions on alkanes. Alkanes ಮೇಲೆ questions ನೋಡೋಣ. First question is a sample question on IUPAC nomenclature. We have named compounds under IUPAC. ಇದು ಮತ್ತೆ revision ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Okay. Which one of the following is correct IUPAC name? Correct IUPAC name ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕಂಡು ಹಿಡಿಬೇಕು ಇಲ್ಲಿ. Options A, B, C, D. Check out each option one by one. 2-methyl, 3-ethyl pentane. Let me write it. Pentane 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2-methyl, I write 2-methyl here. 3-ethyl, 1, 2, okay. 2-methyl, 3-ethyl pentane. So if I number from this side, 1, 2, second position alli methyl ide, and in third position you have ethyl. Right, this looks to be the correct name, but between methyl and ethyl, which comes first in the alphabetical order? Ethyl should come first in the alphabetical order, not methyl. So while naming it, you should list the substituents in alphabetical order. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ethyl first ಇರಬೇಕು, ಆಮೇಲೆ methyl ಇರಬೇಕು. See in which option ethyl is in the beginning? Option C. Option C ನೋಡಿ, 3-ethyl, 2-methyl. This is correct. Ethyl comes first in alphabetical order. After E, then you have M. So option C is the correct structure, correct name for this structure. Okay. Option A tappagutte. Let's see why option B is wrong. Pentane. I'm writing B here now. Pentane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now 2-ethyl, 3-methyl. If I write it like this, see, longest chain no longer pentane. Longest chain list carbon atoms ಇದೆ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is actually a hexane. So the name is wrong. B is wrong. A is wrong. Okay. And D, 3-methyl, 2-ethyl pentane. Let me write option D. Pentane again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3-methyl. 1, 2, 3. 3-methyl, 2-ethyl. So it's the same thing again. It's written in alphabetical order now. So here also root word is hex, not pent. 6 carbons irutte. So this also is wrong. So option C is the correct answer for question number 1. Question number 2. Now let us check out question number 2. Methane is formed when? 4 options ide. Out of these 4 options, we have to find out which reaction gives methane. ಈ 4 ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಮೀಥೇನ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? That's what we have to find out. First one, sodium acetate heated with soda lime. Let me write option A here. I write option A. Sodium acetate heated with soda lime. CH3COONA, sodium acetate with soda lime. Soda lime is a combination of reagents NaOH in presence of calcium oxide. This is decarboxylation reaction. Carbon dioxide is lost in the form of carbonate. You end up getting methane. Yes, this reaction gives methane. Methane plus Na2CO3. So option A gives methane. Fine. Option B, iodomethane reduced. Let me write option B here. CH3I, iodomethane. If you reduce it using zinc in acid, yes, you end up getting methane. Methane plus HI. Yes. So this also produces methane. Option B no correcto. Aluminum carbide. Option C. Al4C3. Aluminum carbide upon hydrolysis. When you subject it to complete hydrolysis, it produces methane. Yes. So all the options here, A, B, C, all of them give methane. So all the above is correct. Option D is right. Option D is correct. ನೀವು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ನ ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. You should write down the reactions. At the same time, listen to the explanation. You have to be fast. Okay. Right. So for question number 2, option D is the answer. Next. Question number 3. A mixture of 2 organic compounds are involved, was treated with sodium metal in ether solution. So sodium metal and ether bandre, sodium in ether is the reagent combination for which reaction? It's Wurtz reaction. That's the reagent combination for Wurtz reaction. Okay, right. So in Wurtz reaction, we know haloalkane reacts with metallic sodium. In presence of dry ether, to give you higher alkane, dry ether will give you RR, higher alkane. Okay. Now apply that concept here. Isobutane was obtained as a major product. Isobutane was obtained as a main product. Okay. So what is isobutane? This is isobutane. CH3, CH, CH3, CH3. This is isobutane. If this has to be the product in the reaction, in the words reaction, then what are the reactants? Reactants ಏನು ಅಂತ ನಾವು find out ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Very easy, okay? We'll take up 3 carbon atoms at a time here. Let's cleave the molecule at this carbon. You'll notice it's broken as a carbon. See, I used a dotted line. That's where it's broken. So this group forms one alkyl group. This is one alkyl group. It's methyl. This is methyl. And this is another alkyl group. 3 carbon atoms ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Just because there are 3 carbon atoms, you should not conclude that it is propyl. 3 carbon atoms ಇದೆ ಅಂದ ಮಾತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಅದನ್ನ propyl ಅಂತ conclude ಮಾಡಬಾರದು. Here linkage is on second carbon. This is isopropyl. Isopropyl. Okay. So what are the corresponding alkyl halides then? It is methyl halide, methyl chloride, methyl chloride, and isopropyl chloride. Isopropyl chloride. Now find out which option has these two substances, methyl chloride and isopropyl chloride. Yes, option A is methyl chloride but no isopropyl chloride. Option B is methyl chloride, ethyl chloride, again no isopropyl chloride. Option C has isopropyl chloride and methyl chloride. This is our correct answer. Option C is our correct answer. Okay. And ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ವಿಷಯ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೀವು, you take any combination, this what you get. ಈಗ ನಾನು ಈ methyl group ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ I would end up getting this isopropyl. So you take it in any combination, it will always be methyl and isopropyl only. It will always be methyl and isopropyl. Okay, that was the solution for question number 3. That was a question of medium difficulty. Okay, yes. Question number 4. Electrolysis of an aqueous solution of sodium butanoate. So you are subjecting sodium butanoate to electrolysis. This is sodium butanoate. Butanoate andrenu 4 carbons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth carbon is COO, butanoate. Andre salt idu. Sodium butanoate. This is Kolbe electrolysis. This is a question on Kolbe electrolysis. Kolbe electrolysis. Okay. Solution of it is subjected to electrolysis. Electrolysis. Last class alli na helidde, you will get questions like this, and in such questions how do we arrive at the correct answer? The idea that I told you was, if you can remember, try to recollect it. Nenpaskoli, remove CO2. This is the logic, okay? Remove CO2 and then identify what the remaining R group is. So what is the remaining R group? 3 carbon atoms. 3 carbon atoms is the remaining R group. Just double it up. Double it up, okay? So if you double it up, what do you get? 6 carbon atoms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is hexane. You get hexane as the main product. Apart from hexane, carbon dioxide baratte, both at anode. This is at anode. And what do we get at cathode? Hydrogen gas at cathode. Hydrogen gas at cathode. And solution will be rich in NaOH. But ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಇದು ಬರೆದಿದ್ರು ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, but we should identify the main product, that is hexane. Important. So the correct answer is option C. Option C. So I am repeating it for one last time. I am repeating it for one last time. Whenever you get RCOONA being electrolyzed in Kolbe process, how do we find out what the alkane is? Remove CO2. CO2 to be removed. Join R group with another R group like this. So repeat it twice. This becomes RR. That's all. That's how you get alkane. Good. These were all questions on methods of preparation of alkanes. Fourth question aito. So I'll pause for a couple of seconds so that you can write it down quickly. Okay. We'll now move on to next question. Question number 5. Yes, this I think all of you should answer. ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಸಿನಾಪ್ಸಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೆ. ವಿಚ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫಾಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಕಾನ್ಫರ್ಮೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಈಥೇನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಲೋಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ? ಲೋಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. Lowest potential energy means that is most stable. Most stable. Yeah. Please send in your answers. Let me see. Yes. Option B ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ. That is right. Staggered conformation is the most stable. Most stable. Eclipse conformation is the least stable. Least stable. And skewed comes somewhere in between. Skewed comes somewhere in between. Okay. So question number 5, option B is the answer. Now we shall go to question number 6. Question number 6 nodi, correct order of boiling points of 2,2 dimethyl propane, 2 methyl butane and N-pentane is. Okay. Let us first write their structures. Structures bariyona modlu. Okay. First 2,2 dimethyl propane. Propane 3 carbons. 1, 2, 3. 3 carbons. And on second carbon you have 2 methyl groups. 2,2 dimethyl propane. Okay. This is the first compound. Then 2 methyl butane. Butane is 4 carbons. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then second position there is methyl. This is 2 methyl butane. 2 methyl butane. This is 2,2 dimethyl propane. Dimethyl propane. Okay. Last given compound is pentane. Straight chain of 5 carbon atoms. 5 carbon atoms, pentane, N-pentane. So remember one very important point we discussed in synopsis. Na synopsis alli helidde, more branching decreases boiling point. Branching decreases boiling point. Yes. So which is most branched? Most branched is 2,2 dimethyl propane. ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬ್ರಾಂಚಿಂಗ್ ಅದರಲ್ಲೇ ಕಾಣಿಸೋದು ನಿಮಗೆ. Then is 2 methyl butane. Then is N-pentane. So more branching, less boiling point. So this is lesser. 2,2 dimethyl propane is lesser than 2 methyl butane, which is lesser than N-pentane. So options ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, N-pentane highest ಇರೋ options ಯಾವುದು? Option A and option B. N-pentane highest is in option A and option B. After N-pentane, what should you have? 2 methyl butane. Option B nalli, after N-pentane you have 2 methyl butane. So that is our correct answer. That is our correct answer. Option B. So greater the branching, lower the boiling point. Tumba important point idu ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. You can apply this for all organic compounds. Okay. And this is possible provided all these are isomers. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ isomers ಅಲ್ವಾ? See in the first example 5 carbon atoms ಇದೆ. Second example also has 5 carbon atoms. So N-pentane is also having 5 carbon atoms. Hence, all these are isomers. Therefore, you can compare their branching to understand their boiling point order. Okay. This was question number 6. Sorry. Now we got question number 7. Next question. Okay. The propagation step in chlorination of methane is, you have to identify propagation steps. In the synopsis, I told you how to identify propagation steps. Let me see if you have given the options. Propagation steps hege identify madodu? Anybody who has found out the answer, you can send in chat response. Okay. Some of you are suggesting C. Okay. Very good. C is the right answer. So how do we recognize propagation step? Free radical produces another free radical. Reactant side free radicals irutte, product side free radicals irutte. Whereas option A is actually initiation. Initiation, where free radicals are on the product side, not on the reactant side. Whereas option B and D both are termination. B and D both are termination steps. Okay. So yes, C is propagation. Propagation steps. Yeah. Good. So question number 7, option C is the answer. Now question number 8. The monobromo product of the reaction between 2-methyl butane with bromine in presence of sunlight. Ist words mark ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನೀವು. Monobromo, 2-methyl, bromine and sunlight. Now what is monobromo product? Monobromo is 1 bromine atom present. Okay. Monobromo, single substitution, 1 bromine atom. 1 bromine atom. Now 2-methyl butane. This is 2-methyl butane. CH3, 1, 2, 3, 4 butane, and methyl group at the second position. 2-methyl butane. This is subjected to monobromination, that is made to react with bromine in presence of diffuse sunlight. So what happens? It's a substitution reaction. But L substitution agatte. On which carbon atom there would be bromine attached. Okay. Check out the product. I'll write the product now. See. It is on this carbon. You get bromine. Now the question is, okay, why, sir, why is that on second carbon? Why not on any other carbon? Is the question. Alle yak substitution agbeku. Very simple. This is a free radical mechanism. Free radical mechanism. Which means free radical is formed as intermediate. Okay. So look at this free radical here. Dot. That's the odd electron. Okay. Yeah. This is the free radical. This is tertiary free radical. This is tertiary free radical. Tertiary free radical is the most stable. Order of stability of free radicals is tertiary greater than secondary greater than primary. That's the order of stability of free radicals. Because tertiary free radical is more stable, bromine gets attached to this carbon, because only this carbon results in tertiary free radical. In LA free radical idro, that becomes primary or secondary. If it is written here, I'll mark it in green. If substitution occurs here, then it is primary. This also is primary. This too is primary. Okay. And this would be secondary. This would be secondary. But the one which I have marked in blue, this would always be the tertiary one. Yes. So which option is correct now? We'll name it. We'll give the IUPAC name of this. The IUPAC name of this is, number it, 1, 2, 3, 4. On the second position there is bromine atom. So it's 2 bromo. And on the second position there is methyl group as well. So it is 2 methyl. Hence it is 2-bromo, 2-bromo, 2-methyl butane, 2-bromo, 2-methyl butane. Which option? Option B. Option B is correct. Option B is correct here. Okay. Question number 8. Just copy it down. Your reaction copy ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Important. This is an important question. Question number 9. Higher hydrocarbons, bigger hydrocarbons can be converted to smaller fractions. Higher hydrocarbons converted to smaller fractions. What shall we call this? ನೋಡೋಣ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಸಿನಾಪ್ಸಿಸ್ನ ಅಟೆಂಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತ. If you have listened to the synopsis attentively, you can easily answer this question. Send in chat response. Yes, very good. All of you have identified it correctly. It's cracking. Pyrolysis is the alternate name, or cracking. This is what is hydrocarbons, higher hydrocarbons becoming smaller fractions. Option C is the answer. Yeah. So that is question number 9. These are all questions from alkanes section. Now after alkanes, we'll now move on to the next category of hydrocarbons. That will be alkenes, the unsaturated hydrocarbons. Alkenes synopsis ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆಮೇಲೆ other questions solve ಮಾಡೋಣ. Yes. Alkenes are unsaturated hydrocarbons. They are characterized by the presence of carbon-carbon double bond. All of us know this. These are basics. And in one double bond, you know, there is one sigma bond. This is a sigma bond. And you have one pi bond. This is a pi bond. Okay? Yes. Next. Alkenes show one very important type of isomerism. This comes under stereoisomerism. And see what happens here. Observe Madi. There is an alkene. Now what I am doing is, I will interchange the groups. Methyl group, hydrogen atom, I'll interchange it. Exchange ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ನೋಡಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ. See, hydrogen was present below. Now that hydrogen has come above. Methyl group was present above. Now it comes below. So I've just interchanged it. When I interchange it, I've got a completely different structure. Okay. Here, 2 methyl groups are on the same side. Methyl groups, same side of double bond. Same side of double bond. Okay. Whereas here, methyl groups are on the opposite side of double bond. Opposite side of carbon-carbon double bond. Okay. So these two isomers have same molecular formula. See, they are different molecules. They have same molecular formula. Same molecular formula. Same structural formula also. Same structural formula as well. Same structural formula, but they differ in the way the groups are oriented. Hence, these come under stereoisomerism, and this form is particularly called geometrical isomerism. Geometrical isomerism. They differ in the geometry around that double bond. Okay. Now check this out. I will now remove all the annotation. I'll remove it. You'll notice. So one such structure is called the cis structure. The other one is called the trans structure. This is cis isomer. Cis isomer. Two groups on the same side. Two identical groups on the same side. And this is trans isomer. Two identical groups on the opposite side. Trans isomer. Okay. ಸರಿ, ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಜಾಮೆಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಐಸೋಮೆರಿಸಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು? ವಾಟ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಶೋ ಜಾಮೆಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಐಸೋಮೆರಿಸಮ್? ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಲ್ ಆಲ್ಕೀನ್ಸ್ ಶೋ ಜಾಮೆಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಐಸೋಮೆರಿಸಮ್? ಬರೀ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕಾ? or in addition to double bond, should there be something else as well? Okay, we'll check it out. We'll see what are the conditions for a compound to exhibit geometrical isomerism. Illi nodi, first example, example 1 does not exhibit geometrical isomerism, but there is double bond. Double bond ide, check it please. There is double bond, but does not exhibit geometrical isomerism because these two groups are identical. Identical groups are present. Identical. Okay, now let me tell you this condition. Presence of double bond is first requirement. The second requirement is each carbon atom of double bond, sariyagi keliskoli, each carbon atom of double bond must have different groups attached. Now look at carbon 1 has two identical hydrogen atoms. Ashte, idu geometrical isomerism exhibit madalla because of that. Look at carbon 2. Carbon 2 also has identical groups, methyl. So since on both carbons there are identical groups, it won't show geometrical isomerism. Now let's check example 2. Check example 2. Right? Look at carbon 1. First and foremost, is there a double bond? Yes, there is double bond. There is double bond. Okay, first condition satisfied. Then look at first carbon. You have hydrogen atom, you have chlorine atom. These two groups are different. They are different. Okay? But on the other side, carbon atom 2 nodi, again you have identical groups. Because on one carbon at least you have identical groups. Bari one carbon atom identical groups idru kuda adu geometrical isomerism exhibit madalla. Okay? ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ geometrical isomerism exhibit ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಇದೆ? Very important. Look at the third example, example 3. Look at carbon 1. First, double bond is present. Yes, double bond is present. Then look at carbon 1. Carbon 1, methyl hydrogen, different. Different. Carbon 2 also has one methyl, one. These two are different. So this also is different. Okay. So for a compound to show geometrical isomerism, each carbon atom should be attached to different groups. Pratyond carbon atom, double bond alli ಏನು ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ carbon atom involve ಆಗಿದೆ 1 and 2, both carbon atoms of double bond should be attached to different groups. Then only it shows geometrical isomerism. Okay. So what are the conditions then? Check it out. See, each carbon, sariyagi ಓದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಇದನ್ನ, each carbon atom of the double bond, not any other carbon atom, should be attached to two different groups or atoms. Only then a compound can show geometrical isomerism. So these are the conditions for geometrical isomerism. First, presence of double bond, adan check ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. After that, each carbon atom attached to different atoms or groups. Yes, that's about geometrical isomerism. Okay. Yes, conditions. If you're writing it down, I'll give a pause for about 5 seconds. Please write down the two conditions. Condition 1, condition 2. Okay, good. Next, methods of preparation. Now we'll come to methods of preparation. Alkenes can be prepared from alkynes also. So alkynes have 2 pi bonds. If alkynes consume 1 mole of hydrogen, they give alkenes. But there is a problem here. Yenado, alkenes can further add on hydrogen. Alkenes can further react with hydrogen to give alkanes. Alkanes. Namgili alkenes bekagilla. We want alkenes. Therefore, we have to somehow stop the reaction at this stage. Stop at alkene stage. Stop at alkene stage. Now to do that, we have two options. Option number 1, we can use a specialized catalyst called Lindlar's catalyst. Please remember this name. Lindlar's catalyst is palladium metal acting as a catalyst, but it is poisoned by barium sulfate. Poisoned by quinoline, supported over barium sulfate. This is to bring down the efficiency of the catalyst. Catalyst efficiency kadame agutte. That's when it will stop the reaction at alkene stage. Alkene will not be further converted to alkane. Alkane convert agalla. But there is one more point attached, and that is you always get cis isomer here. Navagale cis trans enu anta nodadvalva. Cis and trans are geometrical isomers. So Lindlar's catalyst always gives cis isomer. You get cis alkene. This is cis alkene. Cis means all identical groups on the same side. See, R groups on the same side. One side is there. Cis alkene, Lindlar's catalyst. Now, what is option 2? This is option 2 for us. You call it Birch reduction. Birch reduction. So Birch reduction is carried out using this reagent, sodium in liquid ammonia. Illu kuda reaction no alkene stage stop agutte. But look at the difference. You get trans alkene. Lindlar's catalyst use madidre cis alkene baratte. If you carry out Birch reduction, you get trans alkene. Important. Please remember this. Very important from your entrance exam point of view. Okay. That was one method of preparation. Yes. We'll go to the next method of preparation. Hope you have taken this down. You don't have to write everything. At least some important points you can write it down. Okay. All this will be present in your NCERT textbook. Next. Yeah. Elimination reactions. By elimination reactions, also you can produce alkenes. Idana ನೀವು second year ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಓದಿರ್ತೀರಾ. You have studied this in second year. Dehydrohalogenation. What do you use for dehydrohalogenation? Alcoholic KOH. Alcoholic KOH is used for dehydrohalogenation. Good. So here you have a haloalkane undergoing dehydrohalogenation. Dehydrohalogenation is removal of halogen as well as a hydrogen atom. Okay. Removal of halogen and hydrogen atom. Which hydrogen is removed? Beta hydrogen. This is beta hydrogen. Why is that called beta hydrogen? Carbon having halogen is the alpha carbon. Carbon next to alpha carbon is beta carbon. And all hydrogens attached to beta carbon are beta hydrogens. That is what is removed. Right? But look at this example. This example nodi. Bromine can come out with hydrogen, beta hydrogen to its left, or beta hydrogen on the other side as well. I'll mark it, see. There is one more beta hydrogen here. Idu beta hydrogen alva. So if it comes out with the first beta hydrogen, which I have marked by red, you get pent-1-ene. And if bromine comes out with second beta hydrogen, which I have marked by blue, you get pent-2-ene. But as you can see, pent-1-ene is 81% major product. Major product. Whereas pent-1-ene is 19% minor product. Sir, pen. Minor product, okay? Now, how to find out which is major, which is minor? For that, we can take the help of a rule called Sedgwick rule, which says when dehydrohalogenation or any elimination reaction gives more than one alkene, that alkene which is more substituted or attached to greater number of alkyl groups, I highlight this, greater number of alkyl groups is the major product. Yav alkene ge double bonds ali jaasti alkyl groups iratto, that becomes major product. Now check this. Check pent-2-ene. These are the carbons with double bond. Here, this carbon has one alkyl group. This carbon has one alkyl group. So totally 2 alkyl groups at double bond. 2 alkyl groups at double bond. Okay. Let's look at the other example. Pent-1-ene nodana. This carbon atom here is attached to one alkyl group. The carbon atom here is attached to no alkyl group. Alkyl group illa adike. There is only one alkyl group, right? There is only one alkyl group. So which has more alkyl groups? Pent-2-ene has more alkyl groups. More alkyl groups. Hence this is more substituted. Pent-2-ene is more substituted. That becomes major product. Pent-1-ene is minor product. Okay. This is an important reaction. I'm sure all of you would have studied in your second year under haloalkenes chapter. ಇದನ್ನ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋ ಆಲ್ಕೇನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಿವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, yes, this is one method of obtaining alkene. And you can also get alkenes from vicinal dihalides, where the two halogen atoms, bromine gets removed in the form of zinc bromide, and you get a double bond. That's a simple reaction. This is dehalogenation. ಇದನ್ನ ಡಿಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜಿನೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಡಿಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜಿನೇಷನ್. Okay. Next category of reaction of or next method of preparation of alkenes is from alcohols. Alcohols can undergo dehydration. See, water gets removed. So dehydration of alcohols gives alkenes. Dehydration of alcohols give alkenes. This is also something you have studied in your second year under alcohols chapter. And this dehydration occurs in 3 steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3. I'm sure all of you would have studied this mechanism for your board exam. That was very important. And it's important for your entrance exam as well. So mechanism note kodi. Okay. And in this mechanism, you have carbocation formed. Formation of carbocation. Formation of carbocation. And what is the order of ease of dehydration? Tertiary alcohols more easily dehydrated compared to secondary. Secondary alcohols more easily dehydrated compared to primary. ಈ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Keep writing with me. Okay, this again is something you can find it in your textbooks. Next, ನಾವೀಗ ಮೆಥಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನ್ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಮೆಥಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನ್ ಓವರ್. Now come to chemical properties. How do alkenes react? Alkenes typically undergo addition reactions because they're unsaturated. Addition reactions, they're unsaturated. Okay, right. So what are the addition reactions? Addition of halogen. See, halogen adds on to double bond. Whenever a substance adds on to double bond, 1 pi bond is broken, 2 new sigma bonds are formed. New bonds. 1 old bond is broken, 2 new sigma bonds are formed. You get dihalo compound. Then alkenes can add on hydrogen. When alkene gets converted to alkane, again see, 2 new sigma bonds are formed. Addition of hydrogen halide, HX, halogen acid, can also add on to alkene, where 1 hydrogen goes to 1 carbon, halogen goes to the other carbon. You get alkyl halide. ಈ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಹ್ಯಾಲೋ ಆಲ್ಕೇನ್ಸ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಓದಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂಡರ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಪಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು. Yeah, now I am being asked to take a pause for some technical reason. So we'll get back in a few seconds, just 2 or 3 seconds. Okay.